that Spider-Man. It just makes my spine tingle. Get my spidey senses going. Good afternoon. Or should I say, is it still morning? No, it's afternoon. Hey guys, time for another story time. I know it's been a while since I've been on. That's because I've been working. Today I just happen to be off, so why not read to you guys today for old time's sake. Today I'm dressed as casual Mary Jane, wearing my favorite sweater from Spider-Man, but I'm actually going to take this off because it's hot. Anyways, I'll be right back. Oh, as a matter of fact, I'll just toss it. Woo! Yay! So anyways, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's still staying safe. For those who can stay at home, please continue to stay at home. For those who have to go out, please wear your face masks, face coverings, social distancing, and whatnot. Just stay healthy, But anyways, I'm glad to be back live. It's been a while, right? But anyways, been doing a lot of good things. Pretty much preparing for Dave's birthday, which is this weekend. There's also the Memorial Day weekend, so everyone who's going out, please be safe. Celebrating the holidays. Yeah, and just been working hard as usual. The day-to-day. Thanker life. Anyways, enough of me. Let's get to the story. So today, I'm going to go back to my Dr. Seuss stories and read McElligot's Pool. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. I know it has nothing to do with Spider-Man, but has any of my cosplays had anything to do with my stories? Nah, I don't mind. So yeah, McElligot's Pool, which was originally published in 1947. All right, guys, this is a kind of long story, but it's fun, and hope you guys enjoyed. Young man, laughed the farmer, you're sort of a fool. You'll never catch a fish in McElligot's pool. The pool is too small, and you might as well know it. When people have junk, here's a place they threw it. You might catch a boot, or you may catch a can, you may catch a bottle. But listen, young man, if you sat 50 years with your worms and your wishes, you'd grow a long beard long before you'd catch fishes. Ugh, it's a dirty pool or lake or whatever. It's just, ugh. Anyways, answered Marco. It may be you're right. I've been here 3 hours without one single bite. There might be no fish. But again, well, there might. 'Cause you never can tell what goes down below. This pool might be bigger than you and I know. All right, let's see. This might be a pool like I've read in one of my books, connected to one of those underground brooks. An underground river that starts here and flows right under the pasture, and then, well, who knows? It might go along down where no one can see, right under State Highway 203. Right under the wagons, right under the toes of Miss Umbroso, who's hanging out clothes. It might keep flowing, perhaps, who can tell? Right under the people in Sweden's hotel. Right under the grass where they're playing croquet. Then under the mountains and far, far away. That's it. Croquet. Croquet. Whatever. I'm like, whatever. This might be a river, now might it be, connecting McElligot's pool with the sea. There may be some fish, might be swimming towards me. If such a thing could be, there certainly would be. Some very smart fellow might point out the way to the place where I'm fishing, and that's why I say, ooh, this hair. If I wait long enough, if I'm patient and cool, who knows what I'll catch in McElligot's pool. Ooh, McElligot's pool, running deeper than you know. Okay. I might catch a thin fish. I might catch a stout fish. I might catch a short or a long, drawn out fish. That's a lot. Any kind, any shape, any color or size. I might catch some fish that would open your eyes. I won't be surprised if a dogfish appears, complete with a collar and long floppy ears. Woofing along, and perhaps he might chase a whole lot of catfish right straight to this place. Okay. I might catch a fish with a pinwheel-like tail. I might catch a fish who has fins like a sail. I might catch some young fish, some high-jumping friskers. I might catch an old one with long, flowy whiskers. I might catch a fish with a long, curly nose. I might catch a fish like a rooster that crows. I might catch a fish with checkerboard belly, or even a fish made of strawberry jelly. Ooh. I might catch a seahorse. Now, might I now? I might catch a fish that was partly a cow. Ooh, yeah, interesting fish. I'll stick to the whiting then, you know. I don't want to catch anything with a tail like that. Some fish from the tropics, all sunburned and hot, might decide to swim up. Well, they might not. Might they not, racing north for a chance to get cool, full steam ahead to McElligot's pool. Some Eskimo fish from beyond Hudson Bay might decide to swim down, might be headed this way. It's a pretty long trip, but they might, and they may. Seems like the place to be. I might catch an eel. Well, I might. It depends. A long, twisting eel with a lot of strange bends, and oddly enough, with a head on both ends. One doesn't catch this kind of fish as a rule, but the chances are fine in McElligot's pool. I might catch a fish with a terrible grouch, or an Australian fish with a kangaroo pouch. That's some weird stuff, man. Okay, let's see. Oops. Who wants to catch small ones like mackerel or trout? Say, I'll catch a sawfish with such a long snout that he needs an assistant to help him out. If I wait long enough, If I'm patient and cool, who knows what I'll catch in McElligot's pool. Some roughneck old lobster, all gristle and muscle. Might grab at my bait, then I would have to tussle. To land one so tough might take 2 or 3 hours, but the next might be easy, the kind that likes flowers. Ooh, see the muscles? And then a nice little delicate flower, loving fish. I might catch some sort of fast-moving bloke who zips through the waves with an overarm stroke. I might and I may, and that's really no joke. A fish even faster, a fish if you please, who slides down the sides of the strange island on skis. He might ski on and over and pay me a visit. That's not impossible, really, now is it? Some circus fish from an acrobat school, might stage a big show in McElligot's pool. This kid got some great imagination. Or I might catch a fish from a stranger place yet, from the world's highest river and far off Tibet, where the falls are so steep and it's dangerous to ride them. So the fish put up chutes and they float down beside them. From the world's deepest ocean, from way down below, from down in the mud where the deep divers go, from down in the mire and the muck and the murk, I might catch some fish who's all going glurk. The singing fish. Whales. I'll catch whales. Yes, a whole herd of whales, all sprouting their sprouts and all thrashing their tails. I'll catch 50 whales, then I'll stop for the day, 'cause there's nothing that's bigger than whales, so they say. Still, of course, it might be. Ooh, whales. That there is something bigger. Some sort of, kind of thingamajig. A fish that's so big, if you know what I mean, that he makes a whole whale look like a tiny sardine. Ooh, that's a big one. I want to get that. Oh, the sea is so full of a number of fish. Ooh. If a fellow is patient, he might get his wish. All those cool things. Nice. Nice. Very nice. And that's why I think that I'm not such a fool when I sit here and fish in McElligot's pool. The end. Your favorite Seuss. Wow, that was a tongue twister. So is many of Dr. Seuss's stories. Tongue twisters. Well, with that one, I mean, McElligot's pool, according to the locals, or say the older guy in the beginning talking to the young kid, was like, look, this pool is full of trash. Why are you wasting your time fishing for fish? There's no fish around. But, for a youngster, he's thinking, hey, there might be something beyond what you see, beyond the eyes, and more into the imagination. So he's saying, well, I can catch all kinds of things in this pool, something you don't know about. But that's the power of a child's imagination. Or anyone for that matter. I could be sitting at that pool and say, you know what? I might catch a whale. Okay, maybe not. But anyway, it's still a good tale. So, yeah, just, stay positive. When you see things, the way other people see it is not your vision. So he's like, look, I'm going to see the right side of it. And then on top of that other stuff, you're not supposed to pollute the water because it was like a dirty pool. Anyways, so since I have a little extra time, I figured I'll do another story. And this one is actually from my best ever collection of fairy tales and rhymes and bedtime stories. I've read from this book once before. I've read Noah's Ark on Easter. So there's a lot of good tales, there's a lot of good fables, classic stories for children. And adults, of course, whoever wants to be entertained. So today, since I'm dressed as Mary Jane and I represent Spider-Man, no, I'm not going to read the Itsy Bitsy Spider. I'm going to read another animal tale called The Ant and the Grasshopper. So you get two stories in one. Let me find it here. It's kind of short, so I figured I'd save this for last. Wow, they have Old MacDonald. Yeah. The little red hen. Oh, I know everyone loves that tale. All right. The Ant and the Grasshopper. Long ago, on a sunny hillside, there lived an ant and a grasshopper. The grasshopper was a handsome insect with a glossy green coat. Green's my favorite color. Okay. All day long, he sat in the sun and made music, filling the hillside with his summery sounds. The ant, however, was a very different character. Small and dark, she bustled about every day, collecting grass seeds to store in her nest. From morning to night, she was never still. Why are you so silly, Ant? Asked the grasshopper lazily. The sun is shining, but you never stop to smell the flowers or look up at the sky. Life is too short to be always scurrying and hurrying. But the ant could not be persuaded to slow down. Summer will not last forever, Grasshopper, she said. I must get ready for the cold. What winter that is coming. Ho ho, laughed the Grasshopper. I don't believe that winter will come. And his music rang over the hillsides once more. But soon, the leaves began to change colors and began to fall from the trees. The flowers died and the clouds coated across the sky. It grew colder and colder. Finally, one day, feathery flakes of snow began to fall all over the hillside. The ant was snug in her nest under a stone. She had enough food for the winter. Outside, she heard a faint chirruping sound. Dear Aunt, he croaked, please give me some food. I haven't any at all stored up for myself. But the ant was firm. I'm sorry, Grasshopper, she said, but you should have thought of that before. If I give you food, I won't have enough food for my own family. A thick layer of snow settled over the hillside. All was still and quiet, and the music of the grasshopper was heard no more. The end. That sounded pretty sad. Well, that's why procrastination should not be tolerated. But in the long run, that story is about procrastination or about not taking things seriously. I can actually link that and tie that with current events, but don't want to get too political. I want to keep it cool. But I do recall like a Disney version of, or is it called Melodies, Musical Melodies? And they had a version of Ant and the Grasshopper, and at least in that one, they helped the grasshopper. They brought him in, gave him some food, gave him some nice warm blankets, said, look, you've learned your lesson, but we'll still help you. This one, she said, I have a family, and you should have been out there just like me, but instead you were playing the music. But anyways, guys, well, so I don't know when I'll be back on story time again, but hopefully I'll be getting more stories. And also, if you are a writer of children's books, if you have friends who are writers, or if you're even an illustrator, I would love to read your stories. I've done that last time with a fellow friend of mine whose friend was an illustrator of Are You My Motherboard. I read that as Michael Jackson, the other MJ. So, yeah, if you have any stories, children's books, please send them to me or inbox me and I'll send you a link to send it to me, and that way I can read them on story time. But with my work schedule getting back to normal soon, I don't know when I'll be back, but when I come back, I'm coming back strong. All right, guys, love you. Please be safe. Continue to do what you're doing that's right if you're doing right. If you're doing wrong, get it together because MJ's coming. All right, enough of my silliness. Love you guys. Be safe.